Preparing to live stream. All right, I think we are live. Hi, everyone. We are excited to be here on this Monday morning. And Colby and I wanted to come on and just share with you that we are excited to invite you to something that's happening tonight. What is happening tonight, Colby?
Yeah, you might have heard we are launching a mission trip in 2024 November, and tonight is our second information session. So if you could not make it yesterday after church, tonight is the night where you can come, learn, ask your questions. Apparently, we got really good feedback. I didn't hear any, but that could change. So we are inviting you tonight, 7 o'clock in the multi-purpose room. And it'll be probably just under an hour. So you'll learn everything, and you'll be able to go home to prayerfully consider your next steps if God's calling you to join us on this adventure to the depths of Uganda. So
That's right. And when are we going in 2024? What months?
November, we
Yeah.
leave the 12th and be back the 25th.
Yeah. So no, it's a really good session, and Colby and I and Shelley King, who are all leading this trip, just really are excited to be able to share. And so people were lots of great questions and lots of great conversation. And even if you were thinking about, I'm not sure if I want to go, but this is something that interests me, and I'd love to be praying for the group and supporting them in some way, even if you're just wanting to make that part of, if that's something that maybe describes you, come on out. Like, it's going to be it's a good short amount of time with some good information, and it's fun. We're fun. We were fun to be with. So that's tonight at 7 o'clock. And so from there, we've also heard some really good feedback on the Kingdom of God is Like series that we are in. And so Josh taught us this past Sunday. So we're in week 3. And it was kind of fun this week because Colby Josh talked about a potato truck.
Okay.
So
I like potatoes.
You like potatoes, PEI potatoes. And so it was interesting because in relation to, in the parables we're covering in Matthew 13, there is the parable of the sower. And the sower sows seed on like the paths and on the ditches. And at that time, in Jesus' time when he's teaching that, people would have been like, what? Like, why would he put seed on the ditch? Like, why would he put seed on a path? Like, you put seed in a field. So it would be like if a potato farmer from PEI, put all his potato seed in the back of a truck and drove from Summerside to Charlottetown, and he was just throwing seed in ditches, waiting for, okay, where will the seed take root? Why would a sower do that? And Jesus was relating that to the kingdom, because we serve a God who's extravagant, who doesn't limit who he is and where he wishes to spread his kingdom. He will send it everywhere to see where it will take root. And that's the kind of God that we serve. And so it just gives you a different thought around, oh, that is this amazing, extravagant God that we are on this journey of, trying to understand and build relationship with, and, who is he? And it's interesting because Josh also commented, like, when Jesus was on earth, he didn't ask us to look at, he didn't compare his kingdom to another kingdom or another king. He didn't even compare his kingdom to David, who was one of the greatest kings in Israel. He compared his kingdom to a farmer, to who he is, to his creation. And so it just makes you think twice. And so I want to encourage you, if you haven't heard Josh's message, he only had so much time, but he covered a lot in 20 minutes. And so head to YouTube. The message will be up today at some point. We're just working on getting it up there. But the live stream is there as well. And so I want to encourage you to watch that. And then at the end of the message, so something to leave you with, a thought that Josh had shared is, this extravagant God that we serve, that spreads his kingdom everywhere, and that doesn't compare to man's kingdom, because there's two paths, right? There's God's kingdom, and then there's the enemy's kingdom or the world's kingdom. What path will you choose? So what kind of things are, is God showing you? He asked us to spend some quiet time with the Father and say, what is God showing you about who he is in his kingdom? And what are those things in you that he might be asking you to think differently about, and to give to him and have him show you his kingdom purposes and ways for your heart. So I just want to encourage you this week to do that and spend some time just digging in a little bit deeper and hearing the Father's voice for your life and your journey and what it looks like to walk in his kingdom. Now, this coming Sunday, Colby is taking our message. And so I asked him if he could share, like, what should we be prepared for, Colby, on Sunday? What are you talking about?
So near the end of Matthew 13, Jesus compares, just like he compares with the seed, he compares his kingdom to like a net that drags along the bottom of the ocean, catching all different kinds of fish, and then on the shore separating the fish from good to bad. So yeah, so I'm excited to explore what that looks like to us. How Jesus at some point is coming back.
That's right.
Or his bride, and are we prepared to be examined? I think it's as much as it's a kingdom, you can apply it to the kingdom of today that he's building here on earth. We're also called to be eternal people, so we have eternal life coming.
Yes.
So a few thoughts. I'm nowhere near close to even writing it yet, but
the thoughts always start here, right? In our hearts and in our heads. And then it always starts at all these thoughts. And then God helps us to kind of narrow down and what's the focus, right? So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Well, thank you, Colby. That is awesome. So looking forward to seeing everyone on Sunday. And if you can't make it in person, of course, you can join us online and hear what Colby's going to share about the dragnet, as it's called in that parable. And so also just to let everyone know, I'm headed on a bit of a vacation, going home to the West to see my family. My parents are celebrating 50 years of marriage this year, and then my nephew's getting married. And then in the middle, I'm heading to a pastor's conference in Vernon. So it's going to be a very busy time, but I'm looking forward to it. And so I'll be back on the 25th of September. But you're all going to be in good hands. And it's going to
I'm leaving too, so we're not sure about the good hands part, but
not for a while. So Heather and Colby are headed to the Jesus Image Pastors Conference in Florida, the 20th to the 23rd in there as well. So we're all going through some training and development this month, and that's going to just really set us up for the fall and the coming year. So we're all excited about the things that God is teaching us, but also the things that he's pouring through us. So there's a lot for you to connect with, even for your own learning and development. There's the wholeness course that's going on right now, started on Sunday. If you missed the first session, you can still come. So if you're interested, you can still register for that and come the next 3 weeks. And connect groups are starting, which is a wonderful way to dig deeper and learn how to do kingdom life together. So there's lots for all of us, which is great. So have a wonderful week, everyone. Good to connect with you online, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.